Good afternoon, ladies and gents, and it's been many years, well, it's been about 3 years or so since we've done any of this game, but I love it, and I've been reading a bit of Lovecraft and stuff recently, and there's a new sort of Call of Cthulhu type game coming out soon, so I thought I'd get back into this, the old PS1 classic that is Necronomicon. And before, we had some massive recording issues. Every time it went into a film clip, the game would have an epi and crash on me, so I kind of gave up. But now I've got a new capture card, and we're going to kind of give it another go. I'm also using the PS mouse as well, because this isn't emulated, by the way. This is on a PlayStation through an Elgato, and I'm using a PS mouse, so we'll see how we get on. Now, this old lady, I think this is where the game effed up on me last time. She basically wants money, because we've just arrived in the... Right, starting at the beginning, essentially, we were just minding our own business, preparing dinner, and one of our friends kind of... Sorry, there's a flash of lightning outside then. One of our friends turned up and said, essentially, please look after this weird artifact and don't give it to anyone, including me, even if I ask for it. And then he ran off, and then another guy appeared and said essentially, oh yeah, he's a bit deranged, let's try and investigate. So then I drove to this, or rode on the motorbike, shall I say, to this kind of seaside, coastal, eerie town, and I've just arrived. Anyway, and I'm going to talk to this lady. Let's see what happens. Here we go again.
Go see Mr. Crumb.
See, I can see it on the
grocery store. You can't miss it.
Okay, so she says go to the grocery store. Now, it's annoying because on the TV, I can't see basically anything. The whole screen goes blank, which is really irritating. But on the capture card, I can still see what's going on, but because there's no subtitles, I can't hear what they're saying all the time. So, full confession, because of those and other reasons, and because it's point and click, I am going to be referring to a walkthrough at times when I get stuck, which will be frequently. So anyway, we'll see how we get on. But it's surprisingly atmospheric. I'm not normally a fan of point-and-click games, apart from Monkey Island, of course. But yeah, this is really atmospheric. Huge fan of sort of M.R. James and Lovecraft and all that sort of thing. So this is right up me alley. So anyway, we shall see what's going on. This, I believe, is a general store. Yep, Crumb and Son. Now we go in here, and the guy says his catchphrase. Well, I can see it on the capture card.
Son. At your service.
Yeah, Crumb and Son, at your service. I don't know why HD TVs have such issues with this game for some reason. But anyway, right. Now I know that we need to go and buy some matches and une map, le carte. But anyway, we're going to buy them, and then the awkward thing is using the PS mouse. You've only got 2 buttons because it's not like these modern gaming mice. That have 20 buttons on them. This is a lot more basic, but there's not many games that use the PS mouse actually, which is kind of a shame. Anyway, we bought some matches, and does he talk to us on the capture card?
Edgar
Maybe.
Wycherley's house. Do you know it?
Mr. Wycherley, you say? No. I'd have to... Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Pretty sure he wants to sell us a map, but he's been a bit weird about it at the moment. I think we have to talk to him again, and then he says, oh, for God's sake, buy a map or something. Anyway, we'll see.
Edgar Wycherley? For the love of God. I'm only a simple grocer, sir, trying to make a living.
I want to buy a map, you knob. Why did you not let me buy a map? They're there, they're right there. Right, I'll talk to him once more, and then if he doesn't, I'll just leave.
What you need, sir, is a map. Then I can show it
Come
to
on,
you.
say something about a map.
This one costs $20, sir.
What does? Way! God almighty. There we go. That'll be the one. Yeah. Can I have a map? $20 Okay, so I think I've picked one up. Now can I buy? Can I buy said map? $20. I mean, did he say 20 or 10? Anyway, whichever. Ludicrously expensive, bearing in mind this is probably set in the early 1900s, so... Bloody hell. Yeah, that's the weird artifact he gave us, which is like kind of black, weird pyramid, which is probably used in some kind of weird ritual, but anyway. Now, I vaguely remember playing this yonks ago, and I mean yonks ago. Here we go. And, hang
Here
on,
you
I'll
are,
say
sir.
it in a minute.
I've marked the address you wanted with a cross. That's $40 altogether.
$40? You could retire on that. Right, anyway, he's marked a location on our map, I believe. That'll be the one.
Thank you, and look after yourself, sir.
I will indeed. Thank you, Mr. Crumb, you rip-off merchant. But yeah, I did play this many years ago, as I say when it first came out. Like proper. Look, I quite like the lighting effect. Sorry, I know it's just a static image, but I don't know. I quite like it. It's very atmospheric, a nice ambience to it. Anyway, no, what I was going to say was, I remember playing it, and there came a point in the game when I needed matches to kind of light the way down this dark passage, and I ran out of matches, and I couldn't find my way back or forward, so I got like hopelessly stuck. But fingers crossed, with the help of a walkthrough, that won't happen again. Right, we're going to have a look at the map, because I believe we've got to kind of use it to go somewhere else. To Edgar's house, I believe. There we go. I'm using a Game Facts walkthrough for this. I know the basics, so I just don't want to miss anything. It's ridiculous that it doesn't show up on the map, but yeah, it is that one. It's the one that just appeared. But you'd think that they would have like a little name that would appear next to it. Here we go. Yeah, oh god, talk about a creepy looking house or what? Sorry, I need tabbed out then by accident. Yeah, that's the town that we just came from, and this kind of house on the outskirts. Sort of place you can imagine the Dunwich Horror being born, can't you? Right, give this a dong, and I believe we get told to politely told to f off.
Mr. Wycherley has gone out.
Yeah. Again, didn't get any of the dialogue then, but they got the kind of the gist of it there. But anyway, so yeah, we can't do that. I believe we shouldn't keep pushing that. Right. Get rejected. Yeah. So then we got to go to Dr. Wycherley's house, which is right next to yours, apparently on the map. So we're going to go to Dr. Wycherley's house. I'm not going to look ahead and see any spoilers, but as I say, I just don't want to be wandering around for yonks, saying, what am I doing? Because that makes for a very boring gameplay. Like most of my videos. Is that mine, or is that... She's right next to yours on the map. See, I thought that was my house. Might not be. I'll try this one, and if it's not, we'll get the other one. Providence. I assume this must be the... Yeah, this isn't ours, is it? Right, we're going here. And he should have some answers about what's going on.
Mr. William Stanton, take a seat.
Hopefully I'm going to get some of this film clip as well.
You. Did you see my son in his new place in Pawtuxet?
Well, actually, no.
You used to be inseparable once. How I wish he hadn't abandoned his archaeology studies. How about you, William? Do you flit from one new passion to another?
No, sir. I've just finished my architecture studies.
First archaeology, then genealogy, then foreign travel, astronomy, and chemistry. Personally, I preferred his archaeology period. Perhaps because he used to speak of it with passion. But then it seems children become more reserved, more secretive with their parents. Can I offer you a soda?
Yes, I'd like that, thank you.
A soda? A soda? I'll have a Fentimans if you got one. Thumbs up if you like Fentimans Cola. I freaking love it. Anyway, there's a creepy painting over there, but I don't think there's a lot we can do here, to be honest. I think we've got to wait for him to come back. Yeah, we're not allowed to go rummaging through his drawers. Who misses? Yeah, I think basically we go over here, and then he comes back in, and he's like, here's your pop. Your panda pop. Yeah, here he goes.
Edgar left many books and documents here relating to his recent research work.
What? Oh. I didn't catch any of that dialogue.
This
I need to
is
work
Gregor
out. I need to
Herschel,
see if there's a subtitles option.
Who was a wealthy Providence ship owner in the colonial era. He had a daughter, who was Mrs. Wycherley's great-grandmother. This portrait was painted by Cosmo Alexander in 1765. Unlike my wife, Edgar loves this painting. It's a shame that he's not here to tell you all about it. Tell me honestly, don't you find the resemblance absolutely uncanny?
Now, I'm going to say, I probably will be recording this whole Let's Play in 15-minute chunks, because I don't trust the game thing not to have an epi and break on me again. Switch to his living room, a few more... Doctor said a few words about the painting. Leave the room. Oh, we're back to... Okay, we're back to... Can I do it from here? Because apparently we need to go back and speak to the man at the general store. So, we're trying to find out, essentially, why or what's happened to his son, who's gone a bit loopy. He says about being interested in... Where's our map? Oh, for God's sake, we're not allowed to look at the map when we're indoors. Okay, out we go. Yeah, because he said he was interested in archaeology. I wonder if he's kind of found something that he shouldn't have done. And essentially that's what sort of spooked him and caused him to give up archaeology. And the artifact is all to do with it, I wonder.
I had hoped that you might bring some news of my son. I suspect that this chemist, Dr. Owens, is working him too hard. Dr. Eggleton tells me that his health has deteriorated over the last few months. Come back and see me whenever you want, William. Edgar hardly ever writes to us these days, so it's a real pleasure to chat with you about him.
I will. I will indeed. I shall be back at some point, probably. I don't know what it is. It's weird because what it happens, right? Normally the gameplay is on 50 Hz, but then when the film clips kick in, it jumps down to 25 Hz, and that's when the game seems to sort of struggle. The screen, the format for the screen seems to have to keep adjusting. Right, now we're outside, we should be able to use the map. It's like Oblivion or Elder Scrolls or whatever. You can't use a map indoors. Apparently, must be bad luck. It's like an umbrella. It's a bad luck to open a map indoors or something. I don't know. Right, back to the general store. Pawtuxet. Very sort of kind of suitable name for that kind of for this sort of place. But anyway, I like it. There is actually. I'm going to very quickly. Actually, that's 12 minutes. What I'm going to do. Who's this? Who's this goon sitting on the bench? We're not going to talk to everyone in the town because that'll mean more film clips and more chances of the game crashing. However, I am going to quickly. I say quickly, with the incredibly slow load times. Can you not head over? I was going to say, can you not head over here? I want to have a quick look at the sea, because it's reminds me very much of my hometown, which I shall be visiting pretty soon. In fact, in about a month I shall be going back there again. Looking forward to it, like Billy-O, so that should be good. That kind of rowdiness going on in there, even though it is a pub, I think. The Royal... I can't quite read that last word. The Royal something. God knows. Too pixelated. Anyway, just want to have a quick gaze out to sea. Look at this. Look at this. You can imagine Cthulhu rising up out of the sea here. Well, not in this game because it's too pixelated for that. But yeah, this does half remind me of my hometown. But anyway, on the east coast of England. Right. So what I'm going to do... We are going to head back to the general store, and I think Miss Senor Crummo, is going to tell us something more about where we need to go next. But I'm going to leave this part here. I know we haven't done a huge amount, but, as I say, I'm just too paranoid about the game having crashed and this being all irrelevant. At least you get a preview screen with the Elgato, which you didn't get with the Hopog, but anyway. Right, so yeah, essentially we're going to go in there in a minute. So yeah, thank you very much. I'm going to pause that actually. So thank you very much for watching. Join me again soon. If this part is okay and there hasn't been any crashes, I might start doing longer parts. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I just have to want to. This game has got to earn my trust once more. So yeah, as I say, thank you very much for watching this part, and take care of yourselves. And join me again soon for more of this kind of slightly creepy Lovecraftian horror tale. So yeah, see you again soon.